Hey y'all, I'm back again to add to this story about Jamaica. Ugh. So you guys, this part of the journey is going to be about when you're left for dead in prison. So a lot of times in prison, especially in Jamaica, when these people tell you you're going to get fish or money or just go pick up something for them, you know, they have no intentions once you get caught to look after you or to find out if you know you're okay. They do know that you went to jail. And I was saying earlier about how a lot of the police officers and a lot of the lawyers and everybody, that's how they get paid. Well, if the police have not been paid, now a lot of drugs do go through Jamaica, don't get me wrong, but if the police officer, that person who is requesting the drugs, the person that sent you there, if they didn't pay off the police at the customs, then those drugs aren't going through. So, and that's a lot of the cases, they haven't been paid off. So also, the person that sent you there, once they find out that you're in jail, sometimes they just go no contact. And that's the worst thing to happen in prison, you know, in Jamaica, abroad, when you're from the United States, is that no one is looking out for you. So I was promised that the guy who sent me there was gonna, you know, come there and have somebody look out for me and all these good things. And the reality of it was that my best friend that sent me to Jamaica, or, you know, propositioned me with, did you want to go to Jamaica, for a friend of mine that I knew, she said she never talked to him ever again. She actually talked to him, but about that situation, he kind of went ghost. He ghosted her. So nobody was checking on me in prison, and it was just terrible as far as that part was concerned. But I told you guys, I met this guy when I was in jail, when I got sentenced for the 6 months. Now, you guys, I know 6 months is not a long time. However, that in combination with the 6 weeks that I stayed in jail, that was a long time to me. That's a long time to anybody, although a lot of the other ladies had got a lot more time. But that's a long time for me, and that's a long time for anybody to spend their lives in a prison abroad with unlivable conditions. And I'm gonna insert a link below, you guys, because I was going online and I actually looked up Fort Augustus correctional facility for women. You guys, there's a couple of guys from Jamaica that have gone to the prison. I heard that the prison was now demolished. It wasn't demolished. I guess it's going to be renovated or something. I don't know. But for the most part, nobody's there anymore. It's like abandoned. Apparently, they had ran out of food and a couple of other things was going on up in there. And so the prison there's no prisoners in there right now. And so me looking at this video, you guys, it triggered me so much. And oh my God, I can't wait to tell you guys all the stories about this time in prison. But back to this guy that I met in jail. He said to me, don't worry about anything. I'm going to come look for you. Now, with him coming to look for me and my family doing things for me, there was also a correctional officer in there that I met, and she was really nice too. I don't know what it is about Jamaica, and you know, if you have a brown skin, I don't know, their color is, I don't know. If you got brown skin, I told them I was from California. They loved that. I don't know why. I guess a lot of people aspire to go to California. They feel like, you know, it's a lot of money running through there, and people that usually live in California got a lot of money. That is not true. Don't believe the hype. However, so back to this guy. So he said that he would come look for me, and you know, I believed him. So the truth about that is, he didn't come look for me. After I did the 6 months in prison, he came like the last, well, I take that back. He came like the first month that I was there. He came. Now on Wednesdays and Fridays you can have visits. On Wednesdays you get cooked food, which means that somebody from Jamaica, from one of the locals or your family that lives out there, they'll bring you cooked food that they have cooked. He brought me the cooked food. He did it twice. He said that he would have his sister come out there and come look for me every Wednesday to bring me cooked food. He came out once, and then she came out one time after that. And they did bring me cooked food. Y'all, they brought me some rice and peas and spinners and, no, stew peas and spinners, which are these little dumplings that look like worms. They're like shaped like a worm, like, you know, I don't know. It's a dumpling like what we would have in the States that we would put into chicken for chicken and dumplings. So it's just like rolled dough, and it's put in the pot. But it's with, they call it stew peas and pigtails maybe even. Or stew peas and rice. It has some type of meat in it. We call it red beans and rice. But y'all, that shit was good. Anyway, so he came twice. And after that, I didn't see him anymore until after probably about, I think I was in there about 4 months after that. And so after that, I don't know, they called me up for a visit. On Fridays, you can have, like I said, on Wednesdays, you can have cooked food. On Fridays, somebody can actually come and sit down and visit with you. He started coming, you guys, to the prison. And when I tell y'all, he was bringing big burlap sacks to the prison for me. Oh my God, y'all, it was cartons of cigarettes, like 2 cartons at a time. It was all kinds of soaps and all kinds of foods. They call cookies biscuits. So like the little sandwich cookies, like Oreo cookies, they come in a little pack. He was bringing me those. He brought strawberry ones. He brought peanut butter ones. He brought the chocolate ones. He brought the plain ones. He brought when I was telling you guys about the 2-liter bottles, well, there's this thing out there called, it's a soda, it's called Little Chubby, and it's probably about this big. I don't know. Have you guys seen Buzz Balls? Buzz Balls is this alcohol that you can buy nowadays, and it comes like a little ball. Well, the Little Chubbies, which was a brand of soda, they call it Little Chubbies because it was only that big. It comes like blueberry and lemon lime, and just like the regular sodas that we would get in the States, but they would come really small in those little bottles. Also, they would sell the 2-liter ones of cola champagne, and which was like a cream soda. Ting and all these different, Ting is grapefruit soda, all these different flavors of soda. So oh my God, he sent like 20 Little Chubbies every time. He sent all kinds of Cadbury candy bars, and oh my God, he sent so much stuff. And every time he would come, he would bring me those things. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I didn't have to want for nothing up in that prison. I didn't have to want for nothing. I was selling shit. I had a whole store going on up in there, right? Why wouldn't I, right? And it was crazy. So also, my family, they put money on my books. And this is when I was telling you guys that the officers there, they would have cooked food. So if you had money on your books, you could buy cooked food. So I was buying the cooked food. Now, when the guy had came and brought me the cooked food, the cooked meals on Wednesdays, he brought them in a Tupperware bowl. I was able to wash out those Tupperware bowls and keep them. So as long as you go over to the where the officers eat at, and you have money on your books, you get up in the morning and you write out, you know, that you want to use certain amount of money to buy a cooked meal. I was buying 2 cooked meals a day, and I was having food, and the food was good. And the reason why I was buying cooked food is because the food that they were giving us in the prison, y'all, that damn shit was crazy as hell. They was giving us stuff like, that's a whole nother video, but they was giving us stuff like chicken back. Who eats chicken back? What is a chicken back? Nothing but bones. Pure bones. Bones? Like, what? I only eat the wing and the breast. It may be a drumstick here and there. So, for them to chicken back? What? The chicken back that they served the prisoners basically was the rest of the chicken that the officers didn't use when they were cooking their meals. So in my meals, I was able to get thighs and legs. There was no breast and wing, but there was thighs and legs. And you get stew peas and rice, and you get a vegetable, which was usually probably cabbage or callaloo. Callaloo is kind of like greens, but they have a little different flavor to them, but they're really good. It's like a mix between greens and spinach, like mustard greens and spinach, kind of, is what callaloo. It was really good, though. I mean, I ate it. That's all I had. But I would take my 2 containers every morning, and I would go purchase 2 lunches, and I would eat 1 for lunch and 1 for dinner. That shit was the business. That shit was so good. I was eating that shit. Don't think I wasn't. But the other people had to eat, you know, the chicken back, and they also served boiled dumpling, which y'all, it's just a boiled dumpling. It's thick, it's dense, it's just look like a hockey disc, but it's white. And it was, oh my God, that's a whole nother video. Never mind about that. I'm gonna tell y'all about that in a little bit. But I also became friends with one of the correctional officers. I can't remember her name, but one day she just called me up to the bars, and I walked up there and we started talking. I don't know why she called me of all people, but she did. And we started talking, and she just was like, you look nice, and you're a pretty girl. And she wasn't trying to come on to me or anything like that. She was like, I could get your mail in and out for you. Give me the address to your family. She's like, the only condition is, would you please, when you get out of here. Well, you know what? She did ask me how long did I have. Maybe she was only targeting people that didn't have a lot of time on their hands, you know, because I only had the 6 months. So she knew I was getting ready to get out in 6 months. So she asked me if I could send her some stuff from California once I got back, and I promised her that I would. You know, she wanted, like, you know, t-shirts with logos on them, and like things that we have in the States that they don't have in Jamaica. She asked if I could like send her boxes and stuff, and I told her, yeah. Y'all, let me tell you what she used to bring me, y'all. She would bring me perm for my hair. She was bringing me rollers for me to set my hair with, setting lotion, regular lotion. She was bringing me shampoo. She was bringing me, oh my God, y'all, she was bringing me fingernail polish and fingernail polish remover. Y'all, who the hell has all this stuff in prison? They call it Q-Tex. So, you know, the girls and stuff, they wanted to like use, can I borrow your Q-Tex? Only the girls in my dorm. I wasn't dealing with nobody else outside my dorm, but you know, they want to, can I borrow your Q-Tex? And you know, or what color do you have this time, and stuff like that. I would lend the stuff out. I would let people use it. You know, it is what it is, whatever. You know, I knew it wasn't gonna be there for long. When I finally left, I left all that shit there. Trust and believe that. Even the dirty clothes that was up in the damn shed, left all that shit. But basically, I was saying this to say that so yeah, the correctional officer, baby, she was getting my mail in and out. I was able to write things in the mail, in the letters that I wanted to tell my family. And because when you get mail coming in or going out, they go through your mail, just like if you're in the States. They read your mail and they cross stuff out, like they black it out so your family can't see exactly what you're saying. Because you could be saying stuff about the prison, which I was, damn sure was. Or you could, you know, be saying something, I don't know, you know, you could be saying something that you shouldn't be saying. But I was able to give her my stuff. I didn't have to put no postage on it, nothing. I was able to give her my letters. And when I got letters coming into the prison, she would bring them directly to me. And I was able to say what I wanted to say. And my family was able to say whatever they wanted to say to me. And none of the stuff got blacked out. And she brought me all that stuff. And she was bringing me stuff all the time, y'all. All the time. So I really didn't have to want for much in the prison, but there were a lot of people in there that did have to want for stuff. So it's not like I'm just saying like I got a spoon in my mouth, a silver spoon in my mouth or anything like that. But pretty much I did when I was up in prison, because they was taking care of my ass. When I tell y'all they was taking care of me, I didn't want for nothing in the prison. It was bad conditions and bad situations up in there and things that happened, which we're going to get into some videos about that too. But all that other stuff, I didn't have to eat the chicken back. I wasn't eating the chicken back. And then the girl that I told you guys that lived in the back of the prison, in back of our dorm, I told y'all her name was Myrna. Her name was Lorna, actually. You know, by me telling all these stories, you guys, I'm recollecting so much stuff that, like the little small things. Trust and believe, this whole shit is blueprinted in my mind. So I'm not forgetting, but I'm recollecting the little small things like names and stuff like that. And when I was able to look at the video that I saw on YouTube, somebody had put that on YouTube. They were in Jamaica, and they were walking through that abandoned prison. You know, it really helped me to really remember so many other things that I had forgot about. So those are all videos in itself, you guys. I promise I'm going to come to you and tell them all to you, y'all. Whew, you are not going to believe this. But yeah, that was the time when the guy who I went out there for left me for dead and didn't say anything to me, didn't reach out to me, didn't hit me up. The people on the outside that I knew that knew him, he wasn't talking to them. And how the officers, and they all came through for me. So that was that. I'll be back with another video, y'all. Talk to you later.